I am Debra Nesbitt, and I'm a dorm mom, or RLC, in Pryor Hall.
I am Alli Bullard, and I am a dorm mom in Harbin Hall. As a dorm mom in Harbin, I am responsible for 150 to 200 college freshman boys, and my role is essentially to provide help when they need it. And sometimes that means that they just need to borrow a fork, or they just need directions to the Benson, and it's pretty simple. And then other times it's weightier matters, like they're coming in and needing help because they just discovered something that happened back at home that was really hard for them, or they're really homesick and they just need somebody to listen. But in all of that, I think our role is just providing support for them and being available.
It's almost a behind the scenes kind of a little joke, almost like between the RAs and the RLC, that we're on the front lines, but really we are. I mean, because you are the ones that see them every day. It does feel like if anyone is going to catch it, maybe if they're not plugged in, if they're not in a social club where they have a big friend group or anything, it will be our staff. And so, yeah, we do feel a lot like that.
I agree, and because dorm is home for them when they're here, that's the place where they want to feel the most belonging, they want to feel safe. And so I think we just have a unique opportunity to be able to provide that. For me, it starts with my RAs. We have a team of 9 that live directly on the halls. They're upperclassmen that live directly on the halls with the residents. And the way I see it is if we're pouring into them and establishing strong relationships with them, then they'll in turn go and do that with the 15 or 20 that they have on their hall. And so I think it varies depending on the dorm and the dorm mom and what they enjoy. But for us, we like to have them in our home for a meal once a month. And so we do that, and that gives us an opportunity to just touch base with them and see how they're doing, and just get to know them and have that time with them.
I think that because of my position, I can be out there a lot. I'm very visible to the students, and like Alli said, we kind of have our team, our RAs, and they are the ones that we do get very close to. We build relationships with them, but it extends because they can say, hey, I have so-and-so on my hall that is really struggling. I've not seen him out of the room all week, or I've not seen him sleeping all week, or I've only seen him sleeping all week, just whatever it is. And so then that gives us the opportunity to go to that student and check on them and see how they're doing, and have them in to the office just for a conversation, or a walk on campus, whatever it is, however it is, we can reach out to them at that point. So it just gives us a unique position to know what's going on. They are essentially our eyes up there and can let us know how everyone's doing. So I started realizing that as it became a struggle for me, that I had to look to Jesus, because all through Scripture, you see Jesus in real, authentic relationship. You see Jesus always doing what's right, of course. You see Jesus always reaching out to the person who has no one. And that is what I try to model just my entire life after. And I hope that overflows in the dorm. But to be authentic with students, they have to see your heart. They have to see how much you care. You can't be afraid to maybe be rejected, when they don't want the relationship. And that's okay. But I want to show Jesus to everyone I come in contact with, and that very much applies in the dorm. So that, I just don't think it gets much more authentic than that.
I think too, with thinking about Jesus and who he is to us, he allows us to show up just like we are. He allows us to show up with our mistakes, and I think that's a part of it in our jobs too, because we live right there all the time. They're seeing it. I mean, they're seeing all of us, and there's no going home and hiding. Like you're there, and all of you is there, and some of that is messy. You know, when I think about, especially with my RAs, they see me on my worst days sometimes. They see me on my days where I'm having a hard time, or I handle a conflict poorly or something, and being willing to let them see that and let them know that, hey, I'm human too, and we're in this together. For me, I feel like lately, even the last few years that I've worked in the dorm, I've been in my own season of struggling my faith and asking different questions and trying to find my own way around in my own faith. And I think allowing them to see that that's part of the journey. That's normal. And we're all on the journey together. I'm not better than you. I'm not greater than you just because of my age or my experience, but we're in this together, and we're made to walk this journey together. And that includes showing our questions and our doubts and our struggles. And I think people ultimately want that too. They want to know that they're not alone in those parts of their faith as well.